Finally, we got more information on the upcoming Microsoft Surface Duo 2, thanks to an FCC filing. Hi, welcome to Zgadgetreview. Microsoft has an event scheduled for September 22nd. I will be doing a live stream on that, so make sure you tune in for that. I will have all the information posted ahead of time so you don't miss that event. In that event, we are expecting to have new information about refreshes of the Surface tablets and maybe some more information on Windows and those type of devices from Microsoft. The one thing that we are suspecting that we are going to hear about as well is the upcoming smartphone refresh, the Microsoft Surface Duo 2. I did a video on a leak for the upcoming device a few weeks ago, which you can see here or in the description section. We didn't have much information about the device, just speculations, a picture that was supposed to be what the device is going to look like when it comes out. I wasn't very excited when I saw the picture because, as you can see in the image, it just looks like they added a camera bump on the back with a 3-camera array, which is an improvement from the first device, but still, it's not very exciting. Now, one of the reasons why there's a suspicion that the device might make an appearance on Microsoft's September 22nd event is because the phone has gone through FCC review. As you are aware, all devices before they go to market go through the FCC to be, reviewed, check that everything's in line within regulations of what is required for devices. So we have some information from the FCC. This portion of the FCC information comes from Windows Central. So as you can see, it says 2.2 device capabilities. This device contains the following capabilities. And then you have all the types of antennas that we have. As we can see there, it's going to do GSM, WCDMA. It's going to be multi-band LTE, multi-band 5G. Then you have the type of modem that is going to support, and that translates to Wi-Fi 6. It's going to have Bluetooth. It's going to have NFC, which the first device did not have. So it is already an improvement over last year's. I mean, it will be an improvement even if they just added a new processing chip in the device. Will be a huge improvement from the first device. Then, as you can see there, we have wireless power transfer and UWB, which stands for ultra wide band. So wireless power transfer, usually that means that the device has the coils for Qi charging or wireless charging, which again, I've said before, it isn't really wireless charging because your Qi charger is plugged to the wall, technically has a cable, so that's what that wireless power transfer means. But if we go back to that image that we looked at of what the phone might look like, that phone is very, very thin, it's very compact. I think that it will be hard to put one of those coils because those coils get hot. Electricity conducts while it's charging, gets warm. If you ever touch a charger after it's been charging, it's warm because of the electricity. So this is going to create heat, and I'm wondering how they will dissipate the heat that the wireless charger would have inside the phone. And unless, based on the image, the phone will have to be completely new, redesigned, and maybe a little thicker than array is. So I don't think it's going to be actually wireless charging. What it might be is might be one of those things where you can charge something small like headphones, or when you can charge another phone, fully charge another phone, but you can help it get some battery back. So that's what I'm thinking that it might be used for, not necessarily to charge the actual device. And the reason why this document gives us the idea that it is referring to the Surface Duo 2 is because of how they describe the device. So if we look here where it says 2.3 test configuration, and we skip through all the stuff at the top that says the EUT was tested per guidance, blah, 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 ERP simulation data for all BMIDs. If we skip all that, where they have highlighted, says this device supports 2 configurations. One is with screen open and one with screen closed. Both configurations are tested, and the worst case radiated emissions data is shown in this report. Here they're telling us they're testing for radiation of the antennas, right? So they're telling us that the phone was open and when it was closed. So they tested for radiation both ways. There really aren't any devices from Microsoft that we know of that are the size of a phone that you can close and open with the screen. So that's the big clue about the Surface Duo 2. And then it tells us that all testing was performed using factory test mode, software and continuous TX operation. I'm really not sure what that is. When implemented out in the field, the EUT will operate with a maximum uplink configuration as allowed by the 5G network carrier. And so that lets us know that the phone is going to be indeed a 5G device. And then when you look at the next one, which is 2.4 software and firmware, it says the firmware installed during testing was built number developed generic 2021.728.20. So I personally did not know what the number meant, that within Windows Central, what they say in their article, so they repeat the same thing. If you see here, testing was performed for hearing aid use, a requirement for digital wireless phones, even the build number of the firmware 2021-72820 matches the format used by Surface Duo. A couple of other clues that we have on why this is the Surface Duo 2 is one, obviously the FCC shows off a letter from Microsoft, as you can see here, has a logo and everything. And the other one, it shows us the positioning of where the antennas are. If you're familiar with leaks from the FCC before, there's usually a diagram of what the device kind of looks like and the position of the antennas. And so we have that image here as well. So you can see here you have the flip, push your rear view, as it says, and it gives you the modules. Then the when it's on the side and closed, that's why it looks like a sandwich. And then you have the front facing when it's open on the other side as well. So you can see the front, back, side of what the device looks like. And then this gives us an idea of what it looks like when it's on the flat position. So when it's laid flat open on its side, on the device. And then we also have some of the specs that were touted when we had that leak of the Surface Duo 2 a few weeks ago, like a month ago, I think it was. Operating system, Android 11, displayed 5.8 inch each, high refresh rate, 2754 by 1896. One is fully open. It's going to have a Snapdragon 888. Memory is going to be 8 gigabits of RAM. Storage is going to come in two flavors, 128 to 56. It won't include expandable storage. The original did not have expandable storage either. And there are a lot of devices that include expandable storage nowadays, which I believe, in my opinion, is a mistake because I think the people need to be able to have physical storage that they can put into their phone. And I'm aware that not a lot of people do it, which is one of the reasons why phone manufacturers kind of stop including it in their devices, because it's kind of, a waste of space, one, and money, two, when you're building the phone if people don't take advantage of it. And so that is a mistake, in my opinion. The rear camera, again, this is what is supposed to have. That triple array camera is supposed to be a wide 12 megapixel lens, a telephoto lens, which is going to be 12 megapixel, and an ultra wide 16 megapixel lens with a front facing camera of 12 megapixels. It's going to have a fingerprint reader on the side. Again, as we know, it's going to be 5G, Bluetooth 5.1, NFC. It's going to include one USB-C port, just like the original phone. It's going to have stereo speakers, 4400 milliamp hour battery, which is being rounded down in this information. The dimensions and the weight are unknown, and the two colors that we are supposed to get this phone are white and black, which is also goes along with the leak that we had about a month ago, where they said that they were going to add the black color to the Surface Duo line. Now, I'm hoping that Microsoft does show off the device on September 22nd on their event. It will be crazy to have this event with all these devices and they don't talk about it, and they set up another event to show it off. Seeing how the first device wasn't the success that they wanted it to be, it will make sense that Microsoft will be very aggressive with this device and actually bring it up to par on what people should expect from a device that costs as much as the first one cost. But we'll see. We'll see what Microsoft does on September 22nd. If they show off this new device, if this device actually is on par with other devices that are in the market. What do you think about the upcoming Surface Duo 2? Now that we have more information on this device, are you more excited about it? Are you kind of, if you were in the fence, are you more like, I don't really care about this anymore? Give me your opinions. I always read your comments and I also appreciate them. That's it for me. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.